Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video with your guy, Mawu the Patient. So, first of all, a huge thank you to everyone out there supporting the channel. When I started uploading my keys, I had no idea where we were going. And now I have over 10,000 views on one of my guides. And I'm like more than 600 subscribers. I have no idea what's going on. So many comments, so many love, so many people saying we need those Restoration Druid videos. So guys, don't worry. We are heading into Season 2 and it looks so good. But more of that later. So for now, I just want to quickly talk about what a great season it's been for me. I had so much fun. And yeah, we had some issues along the way. When we hit the key level 12, we really struggled. And we needed some motivation to keep on. But yeah, it's been such a fun season. And as I can see right now, with the current Discipline Priest nerfs, we could actually be S tier. We could actually be main again. We could actually be, what is it even called? The meta. We can be meta class again. That could be huge, man. I'm looking so much forward to that. So I hope it's going to happen. So first of all, I just wanted to take a look with you guys here on, let me find it. Boom. I just wanted to show you here on Radar.io, you can actually do a recap, and I just wanted to quickly show you my recap. You can go in there and find your own. You're just gonna go on Radar.io and just gonna make your own recap in here. But what I wanted to show you is that we actually got to play with 38 out of 39 specs. We got to play with so many different specs, so many lovely people in Season 1, and I loved it. Gear progression, raid, we didn't raid that much. But what I wanted to show you here is this. How funny is this? I played so many keys on Druid. But in the end, we just hit that wall in Season 1 that was called Meta Class, okay? And this is why I'm so hyped for Season 2, because it actually looks like we're not gonna be the worst healer. In Season 1, Holy Priests were the only class worse than me. Like, in the high keys, that is. So, Restoration Druid and Holy Priest were like the lower tiers, if you ask people and you saw the tier list and all that. But it actually looks like we're going to be meta. But this is from Season 1. You can see all of these druids. I did 44, I did some Keys Priest here. But when we're talking about 14s, like most of them, 10 out of 13s are actually made on Discipline Priest. I made a Discipline Priest alt very late, tried to upload some videos and all that, and it was very fun. Yeah, you can see the meta class. This is what I hope is gonna look like in Season 2, but we're gonna check that out. The runs. I did 14 runs of Obsidian Threads, and I did 75 runs of Mist. I did a lot of them. Mist, Weakaura, Caesar Borealis, Dawnbreaker, you know it. It was so fun. So, yeah. Let's see here. And as you can see here on your screen right now, my AO score evolution like kinda got stuck at 3k here. Then I made my, you can see where there's no color, actually just did nothing. Where I made my Discipline Priest alt, and I pushed a bit in the end and got stuck again. I couldn't get into any keys, and I hope this is going to change in Season 2. So yeah. We're so ready for Season 2. So I'm just gonna quickly hop on a PTR and we're gonna talk about what's going on in Season 2. Let's go. So here we are. A great Season 1, actually ending at like 3,100 rating. A Discipline Priest a bit higher because I pushed on that in the end. I could actually get into keys. But it's over. We actually made it and it was so cool, 3k. I have very big hopes for Season 2, and that's why we're here. It's dropping in a few days, and I just wanted to show you some of my thoughts. So, I've been watching Vickman play a lot. I've been playing some PTR myself. They fixed the movement bug where you couldn't swap out of forms. They actually fixed that. So, what you're seeing on your screen right now is what I'm probably going to run for the start of Season 2. So there's one little thing I want to highlight for you, is that even though Fluid Form is really nice, I tested it out, watched a lot of Vickman's keys, watched some other Restoration Druid keys, and Fluid Form didn't actually feel that worth it. Actually, it didn't feel as much giving as we actually wanted it to be, so we're actually not speccing into it. Skull Bash, of course, still the kick is very nice. We run the new symbiotic relationship, Very important, the Circle of the Wild. This is the Wildstalker build. As I was testing in some keys, the Boomkin just didn't feel that good. Like, the Boomkin Convoke did less damage than you just in Boomkin spamming Starfires. So, it just didn't feel that well. It just didn't feel that good yet. Maybe it's gonna get buffed, I don't know. But for now, we're gonna keep playing Wildstalker and we're gonna play the Cat Weave. For me, it's just more fun as well with the rotation, because the rotation in Cat is just a bit harder. I just think it's a cool build. I like going into cat form, doing the catwalks and all that. And the Boomkin just, yeah, it didn't do it for me yet. We still have it, and some really nice tricks you can do with Moomkin form. I can show you here. Moomkin form and the Wild Charge, the jump back. You can do some really, really cool tricks with that. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen there. And we also have Flap. Do I have that down right now? I don't. But we have Flap back. It's just a fun little mechanic. You can actually fly. So yeah, the reason we actually run Moomkin form is still for Sunfire. I was thinking about maybe going 2 into Killer Instinct instead of this. But honestly, just Sunfire is so much passive damage, so we need that. We're using Sunfire a lot, so we need to spec into Sunfire. And before we can get Sunfire, we need Moomkin form. Probably never gonna use it, but here we have it. Innovate as well, I bind this to myself. I did a macro where it cast on myself. I can link that down below if you need it. So yeah, this is the Druid tree for us. And then we have the Restoration tree over here. Only little changes if you're not running Heart of the Wild over here. I would probably go into this one, the Rejuvenation, because of our force set. I'm gonna get into that in just a second. But I would run Heart of the Wild. A long time. I love Heart of the Wild, and you know that, guys. I need that dopamine. Everyone that knows me and seen my videos, I need that. But if you don't want that, you're gonna spec into this probably, and you're gonna do 2 points in Budding Leaves so you get a better life bloom, okay? So it looks like this. That would probably be the build without Heart of the Wild. But as you know, Dream of the Scenarios, Heart of the Wild, only reason I play this build. So a little change. So as most of you know, the Restoration Druid tree didn't get that many changes from last season. But one little thing to notice is that I saw Vickman run this one instead. Okay? So what's going to happen is, I'm going to show you here, what's going to happen is that our force set with insurance actually procs some HOTS, okay? As you can read down here, Life Bloom has a 30% chance to apply endurance to its target. When insurance is consumed or removed, it leaves a missing rejuvenation, regrowth, or wild growth. So if you already have regrowth and wild growth on people, as I usually do, you actually get a free rejuvenation. And that's really cool. It actually procs quite a lot. If you keep your blooms up, it's actually going to proc quite a lot. And if it procs, you just get some really nice crit out of this, okay? And you're actually gonna get a lot of mana as well. So now you don't, for this, you're gonna get a lot of mana back, and then you can run the livelessness. How do you even say this word? Liveliness. You can say how you say it down in the description. I have no clue. Usually I run Master Shapeshifter, but I think for this season we're gonna try this out, and especially we're gonna get the 4 set. We're gonna run this talent instead. So this is probably how it's going to look. But there's going to be a few weeks before we can get the 4 set and before we can get that running. And until that, I would still run Ward, okay? I would 100% still run Ward. And if you're having mana issues in those early dungeons, I would swap back for Master Shapeshifter until we get our 4 set, okay? This talent basically means that when you do damage, you're going to get a ton of mana back. So I would highly recommend you running this if you feel like you're going a lot in those high key situations or the Mythic Plus environment. But this talent just looks a bit more safe now with the new 4 set and the new items and the new way the dungeons feels. So yeah, this is probably gonna be my startup build for the first couple of weeks before we get 4 set, and then we're gonna see what happens. Maybe there's just some buffs, maybe there's some nerfs. I have no idea. But I can tell you guys, I am so excited to make more videos to you guys in the next season. So I guess I'm just going to see you in Season 2, guys. I hope I'm going to see a lot of those Restoration Druid mains in my comments and on my Discord. We can talk about some new builds. We can talk about what's going on. And we can see, is Heart of the Wild still going to be super good? Or do we maybe need to go into pure healing? there will be so much damage going on in Season 2. So much healing output will be needed in those dungeons where there's unavoidable AoE and like 2 target spells. We need to focus a lot more. So let's see what's going to happen. I hope the Heart of the Wild will still have a place in the high keys, but yeah, we'll see. But for now, guys, I guess I'll just see you in Season 2, guys. See ya!